Yeah, hi there. These comments are for olateju. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Let's take a look at your situation. So, you say that you wrote the TOEFL exam last year in 2012. I would say there took. Usually we take an exam or we write an essay. You might say I got 62 score, which was frustrating. I'm trying to write another one by October 5th, 2013. Please, Michael, can you help me to shoot my scores up because I'm so confused on how to go about my speaking. Thanks in anticipation of your reply. All right, I can answer that. And it looks like I have another message from you also, maybe a third message. Let me make sure there's nothing different here. Okay, you say, you've been trying to make a payment from Nigeria on my website, but Nigeria is not among the list of countries in the country field, therefore you weren't able to make the payment. I would recommend right now, go back to my website at Better TOEFL Scores, click on the Frequently Asked Questions webpage. It's called FAQ. On that webpage, I do have one other alternative payment possibility. It's using Western Union. It is possible to pay me by Western Union, so you can take a look at that. All right, now let's go back to your first email. You say, it looks like you want to improve your reading, and in the second email, you want to improve, again, it looks like your reading skills. So I can talk about this now. There's really 5 basic things you have to do to improve your reading. If you do these 5 things, you will get results, but you need to be patient because it takes time in order for your brain to recognize and comprehend the new language. Okay, number 1, you want to start reading about 45 to 60 minutes every day. You can read magazines, books, and maybe newspaper articles. That's the first thing you want to do. And even if you don't understand everything that you're reading right now, it's okay, but you're trying to learn to concentrate in English with those reading materials. Number 2, you need to build your vocabulary. My website, my online TOEFL course, will help you learn 1,700 TOEFL words. I have many practice quizzes and exercises to test the mastery of the words you're studying, so you want to begin learning those words. Number 3, you want to improve your reading speed to about 300 words per minute or more. Research shows that faster readers have better comprehension than slower readers, so you definitely want to work on improving that. You can also do that in my online TOEFL course. Number 4, you want to be familiar with the TOEFL IBT reading question types and the strategies for answering them. There are a number of different kinds of questions: rhetorical questions, implied detail questions, inference questions, questions completing charts or tables, and on and on and on. It's important to understand how to answer each of those questions because you don't always use the same strategy or technique for each of those questions, so that's also important. The 5th thing you want to do to improve your reading is to begin taking TOEFL level reading practice tests. Now, in the reading section of my online course, I don't have TOEFL level reading practice tests there. You want to use a TOEFL book, maybe Barron's, Cambridge, maybe Kaplan, maybe Longman. You can use one of those books to get your reading practice test, or you can go directly to TOEFL.org and you can order one of their reading practice test manuals. But it's also important to go through reading practice tests and pay really close attention to the answers you're missing, and then try to understand why you're making the mistakes you are. So that's really the 5 things you have to do to improve your reading. Now remember, it takes time. It'll probably take you several months before you get meaningful results following those 5 things. But if you do follow those 5 areas in the order I suggested. Remember, it's not just important to take reading practice tests. You have to build your vocabulary, you have to practice extensive reading, and even improve your reading speed. I think those 3 things are important before the skills and strategies and the practice tests. So that's really how you improve your reading. So anyway, nice to hear from you, sir. I hope that you can work out your problems. I'm looking forward to having you as one of my students. And remember, in addition to the reading area of my course, my online course will help you in vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, writing, and speaking areas. And all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.